Hello and welcome to this hypnotherapy session for easing dyslexia anxiety. This session is designed to help your unconscious mind to feel calmer, steadier, and more capable around words, letters, reading and writing, or any situation where that old feeling of pressure may have appeared. Now, dyslexia is not a measure of intelligence, of worth, of creativity, or of future success. It's simply a different pattern of processing information. And when anxiety attaches itself to that pattern, it can make simple moments feel much harder than they need to feel. A page can seem crowded, a word can seem to shift, and a task can seem bigger than it really is. And when the nervous system settles now, the mind finds more room, more space, more patience, and a greater access to what it already knows. This session isn't about forcing anything. It's to let your system reset its response. Words are not enemies. Letters are not threats. And a page is just a page. And your mind can learn to stay calm, curious and steady right now. And so as you begin, you can allow yourself to settle comfortably now. And perhaps even before we enter hypnosis, there's some quieter part of you that can begin to realize that you're allowed to learn in your own way, at your own pace, with a calm inner confidence. And now just make yourself comfortable and let your eyes rest gently on a point in front of you. It might be a spot on the wall, a shadow or a mark. Or if you've got your eyes closed, you can just imagine a point just behind your eyelids. And as you look at that point, take a slow, deep breath in. And then let it go. That's it. And now take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, allow the muscles around the eyes to begin to soften, to begin to loosen. There's no need to force them. Just let them relax. And those tiny muscles around the eyes can relax so deeply that in a few moments they'll feel as though they simply don't need to work anymore. And when you know those eyelids are really relaxed, they would rather remain closed. You can just let them close now. And with your eyes comfortably closed, you can begin to test them ever so gently, just enough to know that they're comfortably relaxed. And then you stop testing and send that same relaxation down through your face, into your cheeks, down into your jaw, and then further down into your neck and your shoulders, allowing that relaxation to flow down through your body, down your arms, over your elbows, through your wrists and into your hands. Allow it to just flow across your chest, down your back, into your stomach, through the hips, the thighs, down over the knees, through the ankles, into the feet, down to the tips of your toes. In a moment, I'll count down from 3 to 1, and with each number, you can just double that feeling of relaxation. 3, deeper. 2, calmer. And 1, letting go fully now. Every sound, every breath, every pause helps you to drift more comfortably into this calm and receptive state. And as you rest here, listening to my voice, just imagine yourself standing at the top of a wide staircase. There are 10 steps leading down to a quiet library of the mind. This is no ordinary library. This is a library where every book, every page, every letter exists in peace. Nothing rushes here. Nothing demands. Everything waits patiently to be understood in the way that's right for you. And as you begin to step down, each step takes you deeper into comfort. 10. Just feeling the air around you become softer, gentler. 9. Noticing your body settling more completely. 8. Your shoulders dropping another level. Relaxation spreading and growing. 7. Your face smooth and calm. 6. Your breath slow and easy. 5. Halfway down now. A golden glow enveloping you, bringing a greater level of calm and relaxation to every part of your body. 4. That light touching your mind with a warmth and a reassurance. 3. Any old pressure beginning to loosen. 2. Your thoughts becoming quieter. And 1. Stepping into a library of calm learning. And in this place, the floor feels steady beneath you. The air is peaceful. Shelves of knowledge standing around you, not towering over you, but welcoming you. The pages here don't crowd you. The words don't hurry you. The letters sit quietly on the pages, waiting to be noticed. And you can just imagine a comfortable chair here, made just for you. And as you sit in that chair, the relaxation deepens through the back, the shoulders, the hands and the eyes. The mind opens gently. You can begin to feel that learning can happen with space, with ease, with calm. And while you rest in this quiet library of the mind, there's a deeper part of you that can begin to learn something important. Letters are only shapes. Words are groups of shapes, and a page is only a space with marks upon it. And all of this is true. And that old anxious feeling doesn't need to rise in the same old way anymore. And maybe in the past, there were times when looking at words, filling in forms, spelling and studying created a feeling of being watched, tested, rushed or judged. And maybe your unconscious mind learned to connect words with pressure. But what's learned can be unlearned. What's linked can be unlinked. What once felt difficult can begin to feel manageable, one calm moment at a time. And you can simply let go of that old feeling now, not by fighting it or trying to prove anything, but just by relaxing around it. When a knot is pulled harder, it tightens. But when the hands become patient, gentle and steady, the knot can be easily loosened, untied and then let go. Now just imagine in this library that there's a table in front of you. On that table is a single page, just one page. On that page there may be words, letters or lines. You don't have to read them. You don't have to understand them. You only have to notice that you can look at the page and breathe calmly. And so notice yourself looking at that page now and breathing calmly. The page is there. You are here. You're safe to go at your own pace. And as you look at the page from this deeply relaxed state, your unconscious mind begins to separate the page from the pressure, the letters from the fear, the task from the tension. The page can be neutral. A word can be neutral. A mistake can be neutral. And a pause can be useful. And you know, there's no need to turn a moment of learning into a moment of danger. And just bring to mind for a moment a time when you learned something physical, tying a shoelace, riding a bike, playing a game, or finding your way somewhere. It may first have required effort, and then repetition, then familiarity, and then eventually some part of you knew without needing to explain how it knew. And the mind learns in so many ways, and your way of learning is your way of learning, and it's allowed to be your way. And I remember reading the story of a gardener who inherited a patch of land. People would walk by and complain. The rows should be straighter, the seed should be planted faster, and the field should look like everyone else's. And for a while, the gardener felt ashamed because the garden didn't grow in neat, predictable lines. And then one day, an old gardener came by and said, "Look more closely. The garden's not failing. It's thriving in its own way." Once the young gardener stopped forcing the garden to look like everyone else's, something wonderful happened. The plants flourished, the paths curved, the flowers appeared in unexpected places, and people began to notice that this garden had a beauty and a design all of its own. And some part of you can hear that old gardener saying, "Trust in your own wisdom." Because you do have your own wisdom. Your mind may notice shapes, meanings, feelings, and connections in ways that are different. And different isn't defective. Different is just different. When your anxiety settles, your natural strength can begin to come forwards more easily. Now, just imagine that old anxious feeling as a colour or shape somewhere outside you. Maybe it's a cloud or a knot or a buzzing light. And as you notice it from this place of calm, you can realize that it's nothing more than an old signal. A signal that once tried to protect you from embarrassment, from feeling exposed. And you can thank it for trying and then teach it a better job. Its new job is calm focus, steady breathing, patience. Its new job is to remind you to slow down, to soften, to continue in your own way. And now as I count from 5 down to 1, that old anxious signal can begin to transform. 5. The colour softens. 4. The shape loosens. 3. The noise is quietened. 2. Your breath deepens. And 1. Calm focus now. That's it. And And from this moment onwards, in those everyday moments when you see words and letters, reading and writing, emails and messages, some calmer part of you begins to respond. Before the old tension starts to rise, there's a calm that begins to flow. Before the mind rushes, your breathing steadies. Before any self-criticism speaks, a kinder inner voice appears. Take your time, one piece at a time. You can pause. Your understanding can come in time. And those words settle deeply within. You can take your time. You can take one piece at a time. And you can pause. And you can continue at your own pace. Now, in your imagination, see yourself in a future situation where that old anxiety used to appear. Maybe reading or writing, maybe simply listening to instructions. Watch yourself from a distance and just notice how calm your face looks. How your shoulders remain loose, how you breathe gently and slowly before beginning. Just notice how you give yourself permission to go slowly, to go steadily. And now drift into that future you, as if stepping into that body, seeing through those eyes, hearing through those ears, feeling that calm steadiness inside. And there you are, in that moment, calm enough to think, calm enough to pause, calm enough to continue at your own pace. And if a word takes longer, you stay calm. And if a line needs rereading, you stay calm. And if something is unclear, you stay calm. A pause never means failure. A different route doesn't mean the destination is lost. You can always proceed in your own way, at your own pace. And every time you remain calmer than before, your unconscious mind learns. It learns that words are manageable, that reading can be approached gently, that writing can be done step by step. And it knows that you're not trapped in that old feeling anymore. Now imagine a dial inside your mind. This dial controls the intensity of anxiety around your dyslexia. Perhaps it used to be turned up too high, and now your unconscious mind reaches towards that dial and turns it down to calm, down to steady, down confidence. Not switched off entirely, because a little alertness can be useful, but turned down to just the right level, a comfortable level, a level where your mind can function, can process, can notice and to learn. And as that dial settles into its new position, your body remembers. The eyes soften, the jaws loosen, the hands relax, the stomach settles, the breath becomes smooth. And you can associate words with space, letters with patience, reading with calm and writing with steadiness, and yourself with respect. And that's good. And now, keeping all these learnings safely inside, it's time to bring this session to a close. But before we do, take one more moment in that library in your mind. Notice that the page is still there, and you are still calm. The words are still there, and you're still steady. And the old pressure is gone. Something inside has changed. And perhaps you can imagine placing a bookmark in this experience so that your unconscious mind knows how to return to this calm state whenever you need it. A mark of calm learning, a mark of patience, a reminder that you can go about your day in your own way. In a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. With each number, you can return with energy and clarity. 1. Beginning to come back now, becoming aware of the room around you. 2. Feeling the awareness returning to your body, moving your legs and hands if you wish. 3. Noticing the surface beneath you, the room around you, the air on your skin. 4. Bringing back calm confidence, a steady breath and a clearer mind. And 5. Eyes open when you're ready, wide awake, feeling grounded and good in the day. And as you return, you can bring with you that quiet understanding that you don't need to rush your mind to prove you're capable. You can be calm first, you can begin gently, and you can continue at your own pace. And from now on, whenever you notice a page or a word or a book, you may find one calm breath arriving automatically before anything else. And that one breath becomes a signal to soften the eyes, to loosen the shoulders, and let the mind take things one step at a time. And the more often this happens, the more natural it becomes, until a calm focus becomes your response, quietly supporting you in everyday moments. Thank you for joining me on this journey today and taking this time to relax and reset, to strengthen a calmer response within yourself. And you can return to this session whenever you wish to reinforce these changes and deepen that steady inner confidence. Let the benefits continue to unfold naturally in the days ahead. And until next time, goodbye and good mental health.